Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. I've made no secret of the fact that my favourite fighter at the moment is Naoya Inoue of Japan. As much as I love Terence Crawford, Usyk, Subriel Mateus, I mean, I could name you a few others, but Inoue stands head and shoulders as, to me, the epitome of what boxing should be. This guy takes on anyone. The only possible criticism you could have of him is that he does all his work, or most of his work. Actually, all of it's not true, is it? But most of it is done in Japan, certainly in recent fights. But he's a superstar over there. That's where the money is. That's why Stephen Fulton went over there. That's why Tapalis went over there. Well, he's looking for more smoke, and he's probably going to get it against Luis Nery. This fight is supposedly, reportedly, signed for May. It's going to take place in Tokyo. For those of you that don't know much about Nery, he's a very, very good Mexican fighter, a southpaw. He's 29 years old, so he's in his peak years, his prime. Now, he did have a setback. He's got 35 wins with 27 KOs, so he's got some punch. He did suffer a setback, a stoppage loss in 2021, May 2021, and that was to an undefeated Brandon Figueroa, who was 21 wins, no defeats, and one draw. And Nery got stopped by a body shot. I remember that fight and that was quite a surprising result. I mean, okay, body shot. You get caught by body shots. It's not there's no secret. If you get caught right in the solar plexus, you're going over. And Nery was counted out in the seventh. Prior to that, he'd scored a ninth round win over Juan Carlos Peano. That was a really good result. He beat McJoe Arroyo. He beats a good man, and then he came back from that defeat to Figueroa with a split decision win over 10 rounds against Carlos Castro, who was undefeated at the time. It was 27 wins, no draws, no defeats, 27 wins. And Castro then went on to lose to Figueroa, strangely enough. So there's a common denominator there. But, Nery, you can have a setback. And as we know, one defeat doesn't define you. It's how you bounce back. And all credit to Nery after beating Castro. I mean, he went on, he's had 3 fights since then. As at Hovhannissian, he stopped him in 11 rounds. That was a really good fight, actually. And Hovhannissian at the time was 21 wins with 3 defeats, but a definite tough nut. And that was a competitive fight up to the 11th when it got stopped. And I think Hovhannissian, I think he was down, I want to say twice. I'm doing this off memory, so I don't know. But I think he was cut as well. He was busted up, but he was game as hell. But anyway, the point I'm making is that Nery is a guy who wants to smoke. He wants to fight really good men. And my God, he's going to get it when he goes to Tokyo in May and fights Inoue. Because Inoue, what can you say about the man? Undisputed super bantamweight champ. Unified 2 divisions in just over a year. I mean, a year and 10 days or whatever it was. Just a marvellous fighter. In my opinion, he's probably already the greatest Japanese fighter ever. But, I've seen falls from a great height with some people. I remember Mike Tyson. I followed his career from start to finish. Obviously losing to Buster Douglas. I would never have believed ever that someone like Roy Jones would finish with 10 defeats on his record, several by stoppage. James Toney, I think, has got 10 defeats. But, defeats don't define your overall legacy. It's who you fight, the quality of the opposition, when you fight them. Are you past it like Jones was? I mean, Jones went on for at least 15 years past his prime. It was ridiculous. He should have retired years ago. And Toney as well, who had that ridiculous sort of maul fest with Razor Ruddock recently. It's horrible to see fighters like that fall from grace. I don't see Inoue doing that, but I could be wrong. And I think if Nery was to beat him, as good as Nery is, and with as glossy a record as he's got, if he beats Inoue, or if anyone beats Inoue, it's going to be considered a major, major upset because Inoue is so highly thought of, and quite rightly too. But Luis Nery, I mean, from Tijuana, Mexico, in his prime, 29 years old, southpaw. Southpaws don't really give Inoue trouble, but, Pantera, as he calls himself, the guy's going to bring it. And I'm really looking forward to this fight. I just love watching Inoue fight, no matter who he's in against, as long as it's a decent level of opposition. So yeah, I'm just really buzzing about this fight. It's not till May, so we've got quite a wait, and plenty can happen between now and then. But all credit to Inoue for seeking out the best possible opponents. There was talk of him moving to featherweight, and he said, "No, I'm staying at super bantamweight for now. I've got all these 4 belts. I'm not going to just move up for the sake of it," which I completely agree with. But I'm going to fight the best available contenders. And credit to Nery for stepping up and saying, "Yeah, all 4 belts on the line. I'm game for that." Didn't price himself out. He's probably getting well paid if he's going to Tokyo, and he deserves it as well. He's a legitimate contender, top contender. So, what do you think of this matchup? Are you looking forward to it? You got any comments? Leave them below. Please, as always, subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you could do that, that would be a big help. And also, please hit the like button. I always appreciate your time. Looking forward to reading your comments as well. And I'll answer as many as I can. And take care of yourselves. And bye for now.